Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SPASRO. Subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. If your birthday is on this day, kindly comment your name with birth year on chat. If you like my work, kindly sponsor by buying super chat and sticker. We are born in this earth for some purpose, believe that you also born for the purpose. You are special, you're our unique personality who born on this earth. Today we are going to see about secret of March 14 Zodiac horoscope birthday personality. On the off chance that you were brought into the world on the 14th day of the month, you have an exceptionally efficient demeanor which you can use by dealing with your own. Regardless of whether working inside the bounds of a group, you will endeavor to cut out a specialty which will empower you to work autonomously. Since you do give close consideration to detail, you are appropriate to perform complex administrative jobs, yet should practice alert to guarantee that you don't assume praise for the work that others have finished. You have an alluring face and eyes. You might be tall. You can't remain quiet about anything and have a propensity for talking straightforwardly and honestly. You are quick and snappy in your considerations and you likewise act similarly. Your point is to be quick, quicker and quickest. Whatever the work may be, you attempt it with intensity and certainty. You imagine that whatever others can do, you can improve. You generally mean to experiment and accomplish name and notoriety in the general public. You as a rule try not to take help from others and play out the work alone and all alone. You make companions without any problem. You are anxious to learn everything without exception, anytime. You are brisk in your reaction. You have the assurance to bear any catastrophe and mishap penning with a grin. You make a snappy rebound even from the heaviest blow. You are fragile and mild-mannered. You are cognizant about your vocation. You are over-particular and will pick your mate with trouble. You play out your obligations to such flawlessness that you achieve popularity in the general public and are past analysis. As to, you ought to maintain a strategic distance from exhaust and stress. You tend to overstrain your sensory system. You may have issues identified with clogging, kidney and fretfulness. You might be inclined to mental meltdowns. You have an attractive character. You are loved constantly by all. You will succeed in business and will arrive at a high situation in your life. Your wedded will be glad, yet you ought to be cautious about labor. You like betting and theorizing. You focus more on public activity than day-to-day life. You are actually frail than contrasted with your self-control. You are a profound scholar. You will have a decent pay and you will likewise spend generously. You don't mind of saving your abundance. You love change, fervor, and travel. You effortlessly become exhausted and need the new and the colorful to feel animated and invigorated. You are profoundly versatile, which makes change simple for you. You have a blessing with words and likely have a lot of ability as an author or a manager. You are profoundly friendly and cooperate with other people as long as there are not very numerous limitations to tie you. You get anxious effectively, a trademark that can make you change employments or connections far and away excessively fast. Significant changes in your day-to-day existence ought to be concentrated well before you make them. You can be presumptuous and persistent, however you likewise will in general be fortunate and a characteristic player. Fundamental your affection for change is a lot of weakness. Underneath and outside of quiet or coolness lies a lot of enthusiastic disturbance, which reflects itself in your life as quick change and inconsistent emotional episodes. Your test is to ground in a specific calling or way of life that will give cutoff points and structure to your extensive innovativeness. You are incredibly adaptable and capable. There are not many things you can't do. You are likewise innovative, whenever you have made a guarantee to a particular errand. The way into your prosperity is balance. You should try not to roll out significant improvements just to get away from the daily schedule, or as a methods for evading obligation regarding tough spots. You have a brisk and logical brain. You are unique and useful, however can be flighty. You need to constrain yourself to complete activities whenever they are begun. You should evade the traps of over-guilty pleasure, like sex, liquor, medications, and food. By establishing in a specific field and submitting your significant gifts to your work, you can make an incredible accomplishment of your life. You are a gifted individual from birth. It is your capacity to add to finding your specialty for self-articulation. To completely uncover every one of your abilities, you ought not restrict your opportunity of activity. You are inclined to correspondence and travel. The symbol of a person who is not sitting in one place, striving for self-improvement, searching and gaining experience. You are nature, overwhelmed with enthusiasm, in need of adventure and risk. The decision to act comes spontaneously and suddenly. In life, you are ruled by a positive attitude, resourcefulness, wit and cheerfulness. You are directed only forward and think only about the positive outcome of everything, so that you do not take it. As a rule, people with the number of 5 lives are nervous, adventurous and very mobile. The capacity to look more youthful than the genuine age and stand apart on any foundation because of articulated sexuality. Portability, movement, contact. On this brilliant foundation, the capacity to reason reasonably frequently comes as a shock to the conversationalist. Those brought into the world under the indication of the 5 favor a lot to appreciate life and attempt various accomplices prior to settling down. Sex for them is a wide field for tests, and they anticipate similar get-back from accomplices. Their marriage will generally rely upon this. Devotion and the longing to learn new things assume a significant part in picking a daily existence accomplice. You are represented by a steady appreciation for everything uncommon, already obscure. You are roused and loaded up with energy, don't prefer to remain long in one spot. Any place you will be, you feel comfortable. Experience and travel for you as a much-needed refresher. Mercury, people of this kind have an exceptionally exuberant and particular psyche. They step up in all things, regardless they rapidly track down a judicious grain, they regularly look to attempt their solidarity in uncommon callings. A moronic routine is strange to them. Everything bubbles in their grasp, they are quick in all things, they rapidly think, reach inferences, work. The capacity to communicate musings has an exceptional significance for them. They are overpowered with hunger for information, basic, ingenious, yet immediately become deterred from disappointments. This is an irresolute character. These individuals are cherished and mainstream, not financial, voracious, inquisitive to all signs of life, enchanting, never lose their uniqueness. They track down a typical language with their own sword, however generally they coexist well with any remaining kinds of individuals.